Yeah, he's keen. Friendly chat. Oh, he's coming back. Rolling out. Day 7. We've finally found the strength it's coming with. After a couple of days of significant gastric disruption. But 2 nights is enough in Kazarman, so we're on the road. We left about 3 PM, stopping for an emergency bush visit on the way out of town. We managed to avoid the surrounding thunderstorms, rode about 25k and camped up for the night. We had another massive stove faff that night and then got up at 6 AM to head on up the Cull. Kat still had it in her to spend another hour making coffee on the way up. Don't mind me, chap. Morning. We stopped for more than half an hour, too long apparently, for some people, just as we near the top of this Cull. And so Kat has had to go for a run. Popping out on the Cull. Second big Cull of the trip, 2979. Lies ahead. Switch these. Here we are, bottom of the Cull. Made it back into the main valley, and behind me here I think is the Chinese building a very large railway underneath the Cull. Long day, finally made it to camp. Actually more idyllic than much of the day's terrain scenery. Still got the rattle of the Chinese railway trucks across the valley. Bloody knackered. Day 8. Rolling out on a very dusty road today after tea, coffee and hot porridge on the stove this morning. Unprecedented, thanks to my, might I say, magnificent dental brush intervention that seems to have declogged the stove. Come on! Loads of lorries going up and down this road and you just get coated in dust every time one goes past. Not good! Back at 500-600 metres maybe, in the blazing heat of the midday sun. And after a morning tea stop, it was decided that for the benefit of the mental and physical health of the peloton, actually me, that some luxury would be sought in the city of Jalalabad, which is where we're on our way to now. More dust, some tarmac, some gravel, some rocks, some tarmac, some rocks, some gravel. Yeah. There has been a lot of this today. I'm trying to find a second expedition bowl. We've visited many bowl shops, but we still cannot find the right bowl. This is the one. Official weigh-in, 65 grams. Tour ready. Cat got a little bit jealous of my new bowl, so 2 bowls, 40 som per piece, 30p. Day 10. Here we are. We're still here in the Daston hotel lobby, squeezing every last minute of the AC and general tranquility that we can before we roll out. I've had a new aero haircut. It's going to help me keep up with Kat. And rolling out very soon. We're on the way to Osh, second biggest city in Kyrgyzstan, about 70k away, which involves Dublay border crossing into and out of Uzbekistan. 2 nights of luxury accommodation was exactly what was needed. Fully maxed out on the 3-hour breakfast both days and feeling all the better for it. Kat's actually left in a worse state because she's got a dodgy tummy. It's always going to be one of us, isn't it? We are in the second country of the tour, Uzbekistan, aka Uzi B. And already a lot more civilised than Kyrgyzstan. We have this very nice veranda relaxing area, which is unfortunately much needed for some people.
Whoopsies.
Struck down again.
Again, take 2.
Evening miles. Some of the best ones yet. Smooth tarmac, quiet, countryside, lovely. Day 12. The Uzbeks have been very kind to us so far. We were provisioned with tea and water and a snack in the park yesterday, and later on Kat went downhill a bit, metaphorically that is. It was flat, and we were provided with a sanctuary for the night by a very friendly Uzbek family, and given a bed and dinner and breakfast this morning. So that has improved mental conditions, even if physical ones are still found to be wanting. We've been here less than 24 hours, and we are very sadly actually approaching the border. It'd be very nice to spend a bit long here and soak up some Uzbek hospitality, but the panniers are full of grapes and bread and other food that's been foisted upon us, so we're well set for our return to Kyrgyzstan. We're in downtown Osh today, although you wouldn't know it because it looks like any other street. We're out on the balcony because we have a choice of either hot and fumey atmosphere or cold and meaty. And the meatiness wasn't good for the wanting to chunder. Day 14. We are back on the bike for single fig kilometres today because we are changing hotel, that is all. It was considered another day of rest was prudent before we head over the Alay Mountains towards Tajikistan. I went for a solo expedition up Suleiman to the sacred mountain of Osh. Kat couldn't even stand up in a supermarket, so didn't join me and went home instead. This is a new record for shortest distance cycled in a day on tour. Probably about 600 metres to the third hotel in Osh.
He's stolen a kid's bike to have some fun.
We're cycling again. We've left Osh finally after, well, an extra 3 days I think in the end, wasn't it? And are heading west so far on a quiet tarmac road, which is probably a first in Kyrgyzstan. Climbing south into the foothills of the Alay Mountains in the heat of the midday sun. First on tarmac and now on the classic Kyrgy rocky grab. Up a valley to try and find a camp spot, but being joined by a very keen peloton who not making it easy to peel off.
Dinner's up in our brand new bowls. An exciting dinner we have today as well. Pasta with seasoning and a sprinkling of peanuts. Ooh, delightful.
You know you're on tour when you're making tea from the old pasta water and then washing out your pasta bowl with the tea. Tonight's accommodation. The stove roaring nicely. Rolling out, 9 AM, and a bit of a taste of what's to come on the left there. we turned south and have restocked for the next 2 or 3 days, and are now facing square at the Alay Mountains, and somewhere up there, almost 3,000 metres vertically above us, is a gull. This will likely be as low as we get probably until we're into China in many weeks' time. This is the sterilisation process we have to go through every time we want to drink a litre of water. Safety goggles on, just in case of UV radiation damaging the eyes. PPE. We stayed too long. Food keeps appearing. First ice cream, which had to be rejected, and now this. We need to go. It was pretty hard to escape from our lunchtime stop there, and we were not allowed to pay for a single sum, or pay a single sum rather. And now we have a 70-kilometre climb to the Col, which I just cannot get my head around. Look at this! We are camped up in some big peaks. Quite late tonight. Unfortunately, we spurned our first campsite, so we ended up on this nice little track into someone's house. And astute viewers will notice we are now cooking on gas, courtesy of, what was his name? Nikolai, who donated us 3 canisters, which we have carried 2 with us, to make our life much easier. Tune in next time to see if we make it up the Col.